born to him. Sarah said, God has brought me laughter. Everyone who hears about this will laugh with me. She added, who would have said to Abraham that Sarah would nurse children? Yet I have borne him a son in his old age. Hagar and Ishmael sent away. The child grew and was weaned. And on the day Isaac was weaned, Abraham held a great feast. But Sarah saw that the son whom Hagar the Egyptian had borne to Abraham was mocking. She said to Abraham, get rid of that slave woman and her son, for that woman's son will never share the inheritance with my son Isaac. The matter distressed Abraham greatly, because it concerned his son. But God said to him, do not be so distressed about the boy and your slave woman. Listen to whatever Sarah tells you, because it is through Isaac that your offspring will be reckoned. I will make the son of the slave into a nation also, because he is your offspring. Early next morning, Abraham took some food and a skin of water and gave them to Hagar. He set them on his shoulders and then sent her off with the boy. She went on her way and wandered in the desert of Beersheba. When the water in the skin was gone, he put the boy under one of the bushes. Then she went off and sat down on the bush rock. She thought, I cannot watch the boy die. And as she sat there, she began to sob. God heard the boy crying. The angel of God called to Hagar from heaven and said to her, what is the matter, Hagar? Do not be afraid. God has heard the boy crying as he lies there. Lift the boy up and take him by hand, for I will make him into a great nation. Then God opened her eyes, and she saw a well of water. So she went and filled the skin with water, gave the boy a drink. God was with the boy as he grew up. He lived in the desert and became an archer. While he was living in the desert of Paran, his mother got a wife for him in Egypt. So now we are on Genesis 21:24.
Hey, Ninja.
Mm-hmm.
Can I read some of the Bible?
Yeah, do you have a Bible?
I have a New American Bible St. Joseph edition.
I have the NIV Holy Bible International.
I have a lot of Bibles. I ain't gonna get one.
This is the Genesis Bible, so it's going to be out of order.
Wait, can I go first real quick?
I'm reading the Bible right now. I'm sorry, pal.
I'm gonna read The Amazing Spider-Man.
Alright,
you guys think you're gonna get touchy, you probably aren't, because he was the first one who started this.
I've been reading the Bible for hours.
I've probably been reading.
But you got Tester though. Hey, that's a good sign.
I did. Oh,
yeah, you did. We got Tester, bro.
I'm just
enjoy your tester, man. Enjoy your tester.
Okay. So we're on Genesis 21:24. If anyone else has the NIV Holy Bible, you want to read along. To me, hear before God that you will not deal falsely with me or my children, my descendants. Show to me in the country where you now reside as a foreigner, the same kindness I have shown to you. Abraham said, I swear it. Abraham complained to Amalek about a well of water that Amalek's servants had seized. Amalek said, I do not know who has done this. Did not tell me, and they did not hear about it. So Abraham brought sheep and cattle and gave them to Amalek. The two men made a treaty. Abraham set apart 7 ewe lambs from the flock. Amalek asked the Bible, what is the meaning of these 7 ewe lambs you have set apart by themselves? He replied, accept these 7 lambs from my hand as a witness that I dug this well. So that place was called Beersheba, because the two men swore an oath there. After the treaty had been made at Beersheba, Amalek and Phicol, the commander of his forces, returned to the land of Philnis. I can't pronounce any of those. Abraham planted a terebinth tree in Beersheba, and there he called on the name of the Lord, the eternal God. And Abraham stayed in the land of the Philistines for a long time. Abraham tested 22. So Sometime later, God tested Abraham. He said to him, Abraham, here I am, he replied. Then God said, take your
Accent?
son, your only son, whom you love, Isaac. Go to the region of Moriah. Sacrifice him. There is a burnt offering on a mountain. I will show you. Early next morning, Abraham got up and loaded his donkey. He took him with 2 of his servants and Isaac. And when he had cut off enough wood for the burnt offerings, he set out the place God had told him about. On the 3rd day, Abraham looked up and saw the place in the distance. He said to his servants, stay here with the donkey while I and the boy go over there. We'll worship, and then we will come back to you. Abraham took the wood for the burnt offering and placed it on his son Isaac. And he himself carried the fire and the knife. As for the 2 of them went together. Isaac spoke up and said to his father, Father, yes, my son, Abraham replied. The fire and the wood are here, Isaac said. But where is the lamb for the burnt offering? Abraham answered, God himself will provide the lamb for the burnt offering, my son. And the 2 of them went on together. When they reached the place God had told them about, Abraham built an altar there, and arranged the wood on it. He bound his son Isaac and laid him on the altar on top of the wood. Then he reached out his hand and took the knife to slay his son. The angel of the Lord called out to him from heaven, Abraham, Abraham, here I am, he replied. Do not lay a hand on the boy, he said. Do not do anything to him. Now I know that you fear God because you have no withheld from me.
Is this Bible?
Yep. Abraham looked up there. In the thicket he saw a ram, caught by its horns. Went over there and took the ram and sacrificed it as a burnt offering instead of his son. So Abraham called that place, the Lord will provide. And to this day it is said, on the mountain of the Lord it will be provided. The angel of the Lord called to Abraham from the heavens a second time, and said, I swear by myself, declares the Lord, that because you have done this, and you have not withheld your son, your only son, I will surely bless you, and make your descendants as numerous as the stars in the sky, and as the sand on the seashore. Your descendants will take possession of the cities of their enemies, and through your offsprings all the nations of earth will be blessed, because you have obeyed me. Then Abraham returned to his servants, and they set off together to Beersheba. And Abraham stayed in Beersheba. Noah's sons. Sometime later, Abraham was told, Milcah is also mother. She has borne sons to your brother Nahor. Uz, the thirdborn, Biz, I can't pronounce that, his brother, Kimul, the father of Aram, Kiz, Hazo, Pildash, I can't pronounce many of them. Rifle became the father of Rebekah. Milcah bore these 8 sons to Abraham's brother Nahor. His concubine, whose names were Rimmon, also had sons. Zebah, Gamon. This is
Wait,
kind
they increased the wait for access to 99 people?
yeah, because I was reading the Bible. A lot of people want to listen. I'm still reading the Bible.
Bro, I
It's
got
really
access though. He got access, so like,
Wanna read
yay.
the dictionary.
I just kind of keep reading the Bible.
Damn, they
Now,
increased this shit.
the death of Sarah was Sarah, 23. Sarah lived
But you ain't gotta read the
to be
Bible, don't worry.
127 years old. She died at Kirta Abra, that is Hebron, in the land of Canaan, and Abraham went to mourn for Sarah, and to weep over her. Then Abraham rose from beside his dead wife and spoke to the Hittites. He said, I am a foreigner and a stranger among you. Sell me some property for a burial site here, so I can bury my dead. The Hittites replied to Abraham, Sir, listen to us. You are a mighty prince among us. Bury your dead in the choicest of our tombs. None of us will refuse you his tombs for burying your dead. Then Abraham rose and bowed down before the people of the land, the Hittites. He said to them, If you are willing to let me bury my dead, then listen to me, and with the Ephron son of Zoar on my behalf, so he will sell me the cave of Mishai. which belongs to him at the end of the field. Ask him to sell it to me for the full price as a burial site among you. Is everybody enjoying the Bible so far?
Can you read some law?
We are, just in case
Reading
anybody is
Allah
wondering,
for
we are
tester.
Genesis 24:30. Ephron the Hittite was sitting among his people, and he replied to Abraham in the hearing of all the Hittites who came to the gate of the city. No, my lord, he said, listen to me. I give you the field,
Oh
and
my
I give
God,
you
bro.
the cave that is in it.
I'm gonna beat this guy.
I give it to the presence of my people. Bury your dead. Again, Abraham bowed down before the people of the land, and he said to Ephron in their hearing, listen
Yo,
to
he's
me,
telling you
if
to
you
delete
will.
something.
I will pay the price of the field. Accept it from me so I can get them. Ephron answered Abraham, listen to me, my lord. The land is worth 400 shekels of silver. But what is that between you and me? Bury your dead. Abraham agreed to Ephron's term and weighed out for him the price he had named in the hearing of the Hittites. 400 shekels of silver, according to the weight current among the merchants. So Ephron's field in Machlah, I can't pronounce it, near Mamre, both of the fields and the cave in it, and all the trees within the borders of the field were deeded. So Abraham and his properties, in the presence of all the Hittites, would come to the gate of the city. Afterward, Abraham buried his wife Sarah, the cave in the field of Machlah near Mamre, which is at the Hebron, and the cave of Canaan. So the field and the cave and it were deeded to Abraham by the Hittites as a burial site. Oh, this is a lot of people. So, anybody reading along, we are on Genesis 4:30, page 15, and now we are going into Isaac and
No,
Rebecca.
but I'm hearing.
Oh, okay.
Just like a water break.
I'm hearing.
I hope
this
you're all
awesome
enjoying
Bible.
this.
I mean,
Abraham was
doesn't
now
have
very
their Bible
old, and the Lord had blessed him in every way. He said to the senior servant in his household. Okay, I'm just gonna keep reading then. The one that he had, put your hand on the Wi-Fi. I want you to swear by the Lord, the God of heaven and the God of earth, that you will not get a wife for my son from the daughters of the Kenites, among whom I am living, but will go to my country or my relatives and get a wife for my son Isaac. The servants asked him, what if whom is unwilling to come back with me to this land? Shall I then take your son back to the country you came from? Make sure that you do not take my son back there, Abraham said. The God of heaven, who brought me out of this and my native land, who spoke to me and promised me on oath, to your offspring I will give this land. He will send his angel before you so that he can get a wife for my son there. If the woman is unwilling to come back with you, then you will be released from this oath of mine. Only do not take my son back there. So the servant put his hand on his thigh and swore an oath to him concerning this matter. Then the servant left, taking with him 10 of his master's camels loaded with all kinds of good things from his master. Nirma and made his way back to the town of Nahor. He had the camels kneel down near the well outside the town. It was toward evening, the time the women go out to draw water. Then he prayed, Lord, God of my master Abraham, make me successful today, and show kindness to my master Abraham. I am standing beside this spring, and take the daughters of the townspeople are coming out to draw water. May it be that when I say to a young woman, please let down your jaw that I may have a drink, she says, drink, and I'll water your camels too. I don't know, like, that's all stars. Let her be the one you have chosen for the servant Isaac. By this time I will know that you have shown kindness to my master. Before he finished praying, Rebecca came out with her jar on her shoulders. She was the daughter of Bethuel, son of Micah, the wife of Abraham's brother, Nahor. The woman was very beautiful, a virgin. No man had ever slept with her. She went down to the spring, filled her jar, and came up again. The servant hurried to meet her and said, "Please give me a little water from your jar." "Drink, my lord," she said, and quickly lowered the jar to her hands and gave him a drink. After she had given him a drink, he said, "I will draw water for your camels too, until they have had enough to drink." So she quickly emptied her jar into the trough, ran back to the well to draw more water, and drew enough for all his camels. Without saying a word, the man watched her closely, to learn whether or not the Lord had made his journey successful. When the camels had finished drinking, the man took out a gold nose ring weighing a bekel, and 2 gold bracelets weighing a 10 shekel. Then he asked, "Whose daughters are you? Is there room in your father's house for us to spend the night?" She answered him, "I am the daughter of Bethuel, the son of Micah, born to Nael." And she added, "We have plenty of straw and fodder, as well as room for you to spend the night." Then the man bowed down and worshipped the Lord, saying, "Praise be to the Lord, the God of my master Abraham, who has not abandoned all his kindness and faithfulness to my master. As for me, the Lord has led me on a journey to the house of my master's relatives." The young man ran and told her mother's household about these things. Now Rebecca had a brother named Laban, and he hurried out to the man of the ox spring. As soon as he had seen the nose ring and the bracelet in his sister's arms, he had heard Rebecca tell what the man had said to her. He went out to the man and found him standing by the camels near the spring. "Come, you who are blessed by the Lord," he said. "Why thank you? I have repaired the house and the place for the camels." Cool 47. So he went to the house, and the camels were unloaded. Straw and fodder there brought for the camels, and water for him, and brought him. But he said, "Until I have told you what I say, then tell us," Laban said. So he said, "I am Abraham's servant. The Lord has blessed my master abundantly, and he has become wealthy. He has given him sheep and cattle, silver and gold, male and female servants, and camels and donkeys. His wife Sarah has borne him a son in her old age, and he has given him everything he owns. And my master made me swear an oath, and said, 'You must not get a wife for my son from the daughters of Canaanites, in whose land I live, but go to my father's family and to my own clan, and get a wife for my son.'" Now we are on the 39th of Genesis 24:31.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh,
Now we're
shut up.
sorry, we're still reading the Bible. For
Can
the
we start
ones that
tomorrow?
just
Can you like stop for today and then start tomorrow?
you guys want me to stop today?
Yeah.
No,
and
keep
then we
going.
can
Keep
start
going. We love
tomorrow.
it. We love the Bible.
Please.
It's like the Bible.
Yes,
Yes.
Bible.
Keep it playing.
Stop, please.
Roll it. Roll it.
Stop.
Shut the fuck up, Fun.
Okay,
You
now we're
can
gonna
read it
keep
tomorrow.
Sir,
reading.
Bible
Oh.
all
Fun's an
day.
atheist,
Bible.
bro.
Read it tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Get this nigga out of here.
Burn potato head out, boy.
Okay, we
Am I
are on
getting
page
Oh.
16, Genesis 24:31. So he said, "I am Abraham's servant. The Lord has blessed my
Yo, is
master
this man still reading
abundantly."
the Bible?
And he had,
Yeah.
yeah, I've been reading
Yeah.
for about,
Someone tell him to stop.
I've been reading it for like 2
That's all I'm
hours now.
saying, bro. No one
Stop.
reads the Bible.
Let him read.
Still reading the Bible, I'm not gonna stop.
Oh my god.
Bro, everything's not about you, bro. It's about the Bible.
Other people. Some people
It's about
are annoyed
Christ.
right now.
Fuck the Bible.
Exactly. I'm actually done.
Fucking
Alright,
the
leave them.
atheist.
Bible.
After this.
Fucking
Leave.
atheist.
I'm not leaving.
Nah, I'm not leaving, bro. I've been here for 2 days.
Don't like the Bible, you're gonna have to leave.
Just deafen
Hell
yourself.
no.
Yeah,
Nah,
just
I
defend yourself if you
deafened
don't want
myself
to
and
hear the
then
Bible.
I deafened myself
we're not
and then
leaving.
Zeke added me. He said you're
Keep
not getting
going.
tested if you're
Look at
deafened.
the
Yeah,
Discord. Look what it
just
says.
gotta keep reading the
It
Bible.
says, wait for access. I want access, not the Bible. Please.
He's
No,
not gonna
this
give it
is
to you if
for the
you're deafened.
Bible.
That's not how it works.
We
retard.
really
If you
want the
don't like the
Bible.
Bible, you can leave.
Yeah.
I want access. I want tester. That's all I want. I don't really care about this.
Well, that's
Like
just
you are
you.
not gonna get it, bro.
Like, don't. I'm Christian. You know that, right?
Yeah, and that's why
You
we're reading
obviously
the Bible.
aren't. You don't want the Bible.
Now,
Oh, How can you be Christian?
So you want an online
Right.
game?
Ain't
Is
nobody
that
want.
we are
what?
Ain't
reading
nobody
the
wants you reading the
Bible.
Bible. As long as you're supposed to read the
To
Bible.
lower his volume.
And you're Christian too. What the heck?
He's so stupid.
Hey,
Christians don't read the Bible every single day for 3 million hours, bro.
I think it's most
Yeah,
necessary.
most Christians do. What do you mean?
Most
It
Christians
is
do
necessary.
not.
It's most necessary.
replied,
Yeah.
the Lord before whom I have walked faithfully will send his angel with you and make his journey successful.
Alright,
Drop
bro.
That you can
cross
get a
in
wife for
chat.
my son from my own clan and my father's family. You will be released from my oath if when you go to the clan, they refuse to give her to you. When I came to the spring today, I said, Lord, God of my master Abraham, if you will, please grant me success on this journey, in which I have come.
Oh.
See, I am standing beside the spring. If a young woman comes out to draw water, and I say to
Dude,
her, please let me drink a little water
hit
from your
myself
jar.
so hard.
And if she says to me, drink, and I will draw water for your camels too. Be the one the Lord has chosen for my master's son.
But
Before I finished praying in my heart, Rebecca came
What
out
the
with her jar on her shoulders. She went to the spring and drew water, and I said to her, please give me a drink. She quickly lowered her jar from her shoulders and said, drink, and I will give water to your camels too. So I drank, and she watered the camels also. Now we are going on to, this is Genesis 24:31 if people don't know.
dude, no offense, but I just refused church like 30 minutes ago. How did it find me?
You can't escape Christianity, I'm sorry. But,
It is everywhere.
for those people that don't know, we're
No,
reading
I'm
the
actually
NIV
fucking
Holy
amazed.
Bible,
You wanna go
the
to church?
international
Nah, I'm
version.
good.
Now, Rebecca and her attendants got ready and mounted the camels and went back with the man. So the servant took Rebecca and left. Now
If
Isaac
I
had
pray
come
to
from
God to get tested,
Beer-lahai-rod,
will I get?
for he was living in Negev. He went out to the field one evening to meditate, and as he looked up, he saw the camels approaching. Rebecca also looked up and saw Isaac. She got down from her camel and asked the servant, "Who is that man in the field coming to meet us?" We'll finish this paragraph and then I'll stop for the ones that you don't like. Bible. He is my master. The servant answered. So she
Okay, now
took
this
her
is
veil
getting
and
into
covered
some
herself.
BDSM. That's rude,
Then
bro.
the servant told Isaac all he had done. Isaac brought her into the tent of his mother Sarah, and he married Rebekah. So she became his wife. He loved her. And Isaac was comfortable after his mother's death, the death of Abraham, 25. Okay, so I'm gonna stop reading the Bible now. So just remember, we're on Genesis 24:31, the death of Abraham.
Señorito, no.
Finally.
Stop, please. One time I
Okay,
read the
now
Bible, and I was actually scared because, no offense, they wrote some dark shit there.
Ain't no cussing. It's the Bible.
Bible nasty.